What makes a move so legendary that it becomes part of NBA history forever? From Magic Johnson's no-look pass to George Gervin's silky finger roll and Tim Hardaway's ankle-breaking crossover, these signature moves weren't just stylish, they shaped the game. Magic delivered 11.2 assists per game and led the Showtime Lakers to 5 titles. Gervin scored with a finger roll from 15 feet out, and Hardaway's crossover left defenders searching for their ankles. How did these moves come to be? And can today's stars even compare? If you love amazing skill, timeless swagger, and moments that made fans lose their minds, this is for you. Hit that subscribe button because we're diving into the greatest moves the NBA has ever seen. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's skyhook. Let's talk about the move that changed basketball forever. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's skyhook. This wasn't just a signature move, it was a basketball cheat code. Standing at 7 feet 2 inches with a 7'5" wingspan, Kareem used the skyhook to score over virtually anyone, from the 1960s into the 1980s. How do you stop a guy who can flick the ball over his shoulder from mid-range and still make it look easy? Kareem scored the basket to surpass Wilt Chamberlain's record with, you guessed it, the skyhook. Pretty poetic, right? What makes it even more insane is that it was blocked only around 4 times in his entire 20-year career. Can you imagine trying to defend a move that's that effective and only a handful of people ever stopped? Have you ever tried the skyhook yourself, or seen a current NBA player even attempt it? It's almost a lost art now. Even when teams pushed Kareem out of the paint, he adjusted, sinking skyhooks from mid-range with surgical precision. He averaged 24.6 points and 11.2 rebounds per game, shooting a remarkable 55.9% from the field over 1,560 games. Every part of the skyhook, from footwork to release, was technical brilliance. How does a single shot become synonymous with greatness? And why hasn't anyone else mastered it since? Opponents knew it was coming, and still, they couldn't stop it. That's the kind of legacy only a move like the skyhook can leave behind. Hakeem Olajuwon's Dream Shake. Now let's move to a move so smooth it was named after a dream. The Dream Shake by Hakeem Olajuwon. Watching it in action is like watching an illusion. A head fake here, a spin there, then boom. Defender in the air, and Hakeem lays it in. Ever seen someone fake 3 directions in 2 seconds? That was Hakeem's trademark. He wasn't just big, he had the footwork of a guard trapped in a center's body. It's not just fans who were amazed. David Robinson, after being torched by Hakeem in the 1995 playoffs, famously said, "You don't solve Hakeem." What makes a post move that sends even Hall of Famers flying? And why haven't more big men developed that kind of agility? In that 95 playoff run, Olajuwon averaged 35.3 points per game in the conference finals. Let that sink in. He made elite defenders look like practice cones. His combo of pump fakes, pivots, and footwork redefined how centers could dominate. He wasn't just flashy, he was accomplished. 2-time NBA champion, 2-time Finals MVP, 1 MVP, and 12 All-Star selections. Over his 18 seasons, he averaged 21.8 points, 11.1 rebounds, and 3.1 blocks per game. Have you seen anyone else make defenders bite like that lately? How would someone like Olajuwon do in today's pace and space NBA? The Dream Shake wasn't just a move, it was a masterclass in deception that left a trail of confused defenders in its wake. Magic Johnson's no-look pass. Let's shift gears to the most entertaining pass in NBA history, the no-look pass by Magic Johnson. Sure, others had used it before, but Magic made it iconic. When Magic hit the hardwood for the Lakers, the crowd held their breath, not knowing if the ball was going behind the back, over the shoulder, or through a crowd without him even glancing. What kind of confidence does it take to pass without looking and still hit your target every time? And more importantly, how do you guard against it? At 6 feet 9 inches, Magic wasn't your average point guard. He was a floor general with elite vision and IQ, leading the Showtime Lakers to 5 NBA titles. He played 13 seasons, averaging 19.5 points, 11.2 assists, and 7.2 rebounds per game. He made 11 All-Star teams, won 3 MVPs, 3 Finals MVPs, and was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2002. Defenders often didn't know where to look, and neither did the cameras. Magic would freeze defenses, glance right, and pass left, like a magician with a basketball wand. Teammates learned fast. Always be ready, because the ball could hit you in the hands at any second. Have you ever seen a modern player recreate that level of control, or that kind of charisma on the break? With Magic, the no-look pass wasn't just flash, it was a lethal weapon that defined a dynasty and electrified a generation. Liking the content? Click like, leave your thoughts, and hit subscribe for more just like this. George Gervin's finger roll. You want style? Let's talk about George the Iceman Gervin and his finger roll. If Grace had a basketball move, this would be it. It wasn't just a shot, it was poetry in motion, and no one did it quite like Gervin. Have you ever seen a player score with such finesse that it felt like the ball floated? That's the finger roll, a shot that lifted off his fingers like a feather and gently kissed the glass or fell through the net. While others used it occasionally, Gervin turned it into a deadly go-to move, even rolling it in from as far as the free throw line. That's not a typo, he finger rolled from 15 feet out. Gervin played 10 NBA seasons, mostly with the Spurs, averaging 26.2 points, 4.6 rebounds, and 2.8 assists. He won 4 scoring titles in 5 years and was a 12-time All-Star. No wonder he's part of the NBA 75th anniversary team. What made him dangerous wasn't just the move, it was the calm and cold precision he used. Even 7-footers couldn't block the shot. It rolled off his fingers just beyond their reach, like a teardrop with perfect spin. Do you think the finger roll deserves more love today? And has anyone even come close to matching Gervin's smooth style? In an era before highlight reels, Gervin made every shot a highlight, and the finger roll was his timeless signature. Tim Hardaway's killer crossover. Let's wrap it up with a move that left defenders on the floor. Tim Hardaway's killer crossover. If you blinked, you missed it. One quick hesitation, a blur of movement, and boom, Hardaway was already at the rim. Have you ever seen a move so fast it made defenders spin around like they lost their GPS? That was Tim's crossover, a move that not only worked but was the blueprint for modern guards. Hardaway entered the league in 1989, playing for 13 seasons across 5 teams. He averaged 17.7 points, 8.2 assists, and played in 5 All-Star games. In 2022, he was inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame, all thanks to the move that separated him from every other guard in the league. His crossover was more than a dribble, it was a rhythm. He'd lull you with a hesitation, then quickly shift left to right so fast that you'd be lunging the wrong way. Whether it led to a pull-up, a drive, or a pass, it always started with the crossover. Hardaway wasn't just quick, he was deliberate. And when that crossover landed, you knew someone's ankles were in trouble. It's no wonder it remains one of the most copied and feared moves in basketball history. When greatness meets creativity, signature moves like Magic's no-look pass, Kareem's skyhook, Hakeem's dream shake, Gervin's finger roll, and Hardaway's killer crossover become more than skills. They become legend. These moves didn't just score points, they changed the game. If you're loving this deep dive into NBA brilliance, subscribe, drop a comment with your favorite move, and stay tuned, because the next chapter of basketball greatness is just one play away.